The effects of global warming are already bringing harm to human communities and the natural world. Further temperature rises will have a devastating impact, and more action on greenhouse gas emissions is urgently required. Population and climate change are inextricably linked. The formation of stratospheric clouds, which may lead to depletion of the ozone concentration in the stratosphere. Leading scientists at Burundi Station feared that Montreal Accord has not succeeded to control the emission of ozone-depleting gases in the atmosphere. According to latest IMD India Meteorological Department report, the real-time rainfall statistics for the pre-monsoon 2016 season, India has received 28.2 mm rain against the normal rainfall for the season as 131.5 mm, departure -3%. Skydiving is somewhat of a game, including a skydiver to fall from a plane while it is flying and parachuting to the ground. Skydiving is made possible exclusively and with loads of individuals. The hop can likewise be produced using a helicopter or the base of a hot air swell or plane from 4,000 or 13,000 feet. Skydiving can be an extremely energizing game. Botanists intrigued by biology think about the cooperation of plants with different living beings and the earth. Other field botanists hunt to discover new species or do investigations to find how plants develop under various conditions. A few botanists concentrate on the structure of plants. They may work in the field, focusing on the example of the entire plant. starfish have hard, calcified skin, which shields them from most predators, and many wear striking hues that cover them or frighten away potential assailants. Simply marine creatures. There are no freshwater ocean stars, and just a couple live in saline water. Alexander sought after Bessus eastbound until he was gotten and slaughtered. At that point, wishing to join the most easterly parts of the Persian Empire into his own, he battled in Focal Asia. It was rough, ice-chomped crusade, which raised pressures inside his particular armed force and, at last, would prompt advanced showcasing is an umbrella term for the greater part of your internet advertising endeavors. Organizations use advanced channels, for example, Google Seeks, web-based social networking, email, and their sites to associate with their present and forthcoming customers. The truth is, individuals invest twice as much energy online as they used to 12 years prior. The word hacker has always been associated with breaking into systems and gaining access in an unethical fashion. The actions done by hackers have always been condemned in most of the cases. But the pioneers in computer science have, however, termed the people who get a kick out of breaking into the system and overriding them as crackers but not hackers. The asteroid that slammed into the Moon 3.8 billion years ago creating the Imbrium Basin may have had a diameter of at least 150 miles, according to a new estimate. The work helps explain puzzling geological features on the Moon's near side, and has implications for understanding the evolution of the early solar system. Today, telecommunication is widespread and devices that assist the progress are common in many parts of the world. There is also a vast array of networks that connect these devices, including computer, telephone and cable networks. Computer communication across the internet, such as email and instant messaging, is just one of many examples of telecommunication. Homeless people don't have a place to live. They sleep in parks and under freeways. Some homeless people ask strangers for money. They use this money to buy food and personal items like clothes, soap, and toothpaste. Some homeless people use the money to buy alcohol or drugs. As to the Industrial Revolution, one cannot dispute today the fact that it has succeeded in inaugurating in a number of countries the level of mass prosperity which was undreamt of in the days preceding the Industrial Revolution. But, on the immediate impact of Industrial Revolution, there were substantial divergences among writers. The core of the problem was the immense disparity between the country's productive capacity and the ability of people to consume. Great innovations in productive techniques during and after the war raised the output of industry beyond the purchasing capacity of U.S. farmers and wage earners. How quickly this occurs depends on the dynamics of fertility, mortality and overseas migration. While a moderate pace of demographic change allows for gradual adjustment of the economy and policies to the changing population demographics, rapid changes are more difficult to manage. As a result, governments and society as a whole may need to take actions to address these issues. If countries can specialize in certain goods, they can benefit from economies of scale and lower average cost. This is especially true in the industry with high fixed costs or that require a high level of investment. The benefits of the economy of scale will ultimately lead to lower prices for consumers and greater efficiency for exporting firms. The starting point of Bergson's theory is the experience of time and motion. Time is the reality that experience most directly, but this doesn't mean that we can capture this experience mentally. The past is gone and the future is yet to come. Solar energy is an excellent source of supplying power to homes and companies, and by utilizing solar power you're not merely protecting the environment from becoming polluted, but also you are saving the rest of the Earth's natural resources. Capturing solar energy does not contribute to any pollution and does not harm the atmosphere. One of the factors why many individuals are still hesitant to make use of solar power is because it is expensive. The need of big location of space is another reason why people aren't taking into consideration solar power. The elephant is the largest living land mammal. During evolution, its skeleton has greatly altered from the usual mammal, designed for two main reasons. One is to cope with the great weight of huge grinding cheek teeth and elongated tusk, making the skull particularly massive. The other is to support the enormous bulk of such a huge body.